Welcome to this explainer. Today we're bringing you the ultimate, absolutely painless guide to beating state bureaucracy. If you've ever felt completely overwhelmed by government paperwork, you are in the exact right place. We're going to decode the Texas Department of State Health Services requirements and get you the exact document you need, totally without the headache.
Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for today. We'll start by unlocking your Texas identity, then we'll break down the crucial difference between the long form and short form. After that, we'll cover eligibility and required documents, walk through 3 ways to apply, and finally, wrap up with some pro tips for success.
So, Part 1. Unlocking your Texas identity.
Before we get into the paperwork, we really need to talk about the real-world stakes. I want you to picture this for a second. You're standing in a massive line at the DMV, or maybe the post office. You finally make it to the counter, you hand over your thick stack of papers, and the clerk just shakes their head. Your plans screech to a complete halt because of one single missing piece of paper. Have you ever had your travel plans completely derailed like that? It is an agonizing moment, right? And it's exactly what we're going to help you avoid today.
Because let's face it, these are massive life events that absolutely require your official Texas birth certificate. We aren't just talking about a piece of paper for a baby scrapbook here. We're talking about getting your U.S. passport, securing that Texas Real ID, getting your driver license, enrolling in school, verifying your employment, handling immigration processes, and even accessing Social Security benefits. Basically, if you want to move forward in any of these major life areas, you absolutely need this document.
Moving on to Part 2. Long form versus short form.
Now, this is probably the biggest trap applicants fall into, and understanding this difference is going to save you from a hugely frustrating mistake. You've got the long form, which contains your full birth details. This is the heavy hitter. You absolutely must have the long form for a U.S. passport, a Real ID, immigration purposes, or a driver license. On the flip side, you have the short form. This just has basic birth information. It's perfectly fine for things like school enrollment, employment verification, and general identification. But please, do not try to use a short form to get your passport, or you are literally going to be sent right back home.
All right, Part 3. Eligibility and required documents.
Before you even attempt to start your application, you really need to gather your arsenal. Why? Because you can't just ask for anyone's birth records. Texas strictly protects these documents, meaning you've got to fit into one of these specific eligible relationship categories to legally request a copy. You're eligible if you are the person named on the certificate and you're 18 or older, but you can also request it if you're a parent, a legal guardian, a spouse, a child, a grandparent, a sibling, or a legal representative with proper authorization. Basically, if you aren't on this list, you're not getting the document.
To build a successful application, you'll need all of these exact birth details ready to go before you even begin. And don't guess on this stuff. You need the full name at birth, the date of birth, the city or county of birth, the father's full name, and, crucially, the mother's full maiden name. Having all this jotted down next to you is going to make the whole process incredibly smooth.
Of course, knowing those details just isn't enough. You also need a valid ID to actually prove who you are. So make sure you have one of these 4 accepted documents physically in your hand: a Texas driver license, a Texas state ID, a U.S. passport, or a military ID. You're going to need to present this to prove that you're that eligible applicant we just talked about.
Which brings us to Part 4, 3 ways to apply.
Now that you've got your arsenal ready, it's time to choose your path. Method 1 is applying online, and let me tell you, we heavily recommend this route. We've actually chunked down their official 8-step process into 5 super easy, actionable phases so you don't get overwhelmed. First, just open the official Texas Vital Records website and select birth certificate. Second, enter those birth details we gathered and upload a picture of your ID. Third, pay the fee using a credit or debit card. Fourth, hit submit, and, this is key, absolutely make sure to save your confirmation number. And finally, just track your order and wait for delivery. It's fast, it's efficient, and you can literally do the whole shebang from your couch.
But hey, if you're someone who prefers paper, Method 2 is applying by mail. For this, you'll need to download a specific document called Form VS 140, fill it out completely, attach a copy of your ID and your payment, and then sign it. But keep in mind, depending on the exact specifics of your application, this might require tracking down a notary to notarize your signature before you drop it in the mailbox, so that definitely adds a bit of legwork. After that, you just wait for processing and delivery.
Now, for those of you who are in a rush and need it like yesterday, Method 3 is the in-person route. You can head down to a Texas Vital Statistics office or a county clerk office. You just bring your valid ID, your completed application, and your payment, and you submit it right there at the counter. And the absolute best part? This method can often get you the document on the very same day.
Finally, Part 5.
Pro tips for success. Think of this as the final boss stage of our journey. I want to lay out some insider tips to ensure your application sails through without a single hitch. First off, always double-check your spelling before submitting. A simple typo could accidentally turn you into a completely different person in the eyes of the state system, and trust me, nobody wants to deal with that correction process. Also, ensure your ID is completely valid and hasn't expired. Remember our golden rule. Order the long-form certificate if you're going for a passport or a real ID. Keep that confirmation number incredibly safe if you apply online. And finally, a huge reminder for anyone currently living in Texas but not born there. If you were born outside of Texas, you can't use this process. You've got to request your birth certificate from your actual birth state.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one really vital question. Do you know exactly where your birth certificate is right now? If you aren't 100% sure, please don't wait for a stressful deadline to find out it's missing. Check your files today, follow these steps, and take immediate action to secure your identity. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and go get that paperwork handled.